Hello everyone, I am Nishu and today I'll be explaining you all the process of nutrition. In my last video I have discussed about different type of digestive glands and today we are starting the main actual physiology, the processes, the steps which are involved during the process of nutrition, during digesting the process, during taking the process into the mouth, passing through stomach and all. We are going to discuss about all those things. So we are today discussing about physiology. What is physiology? Physiology is an internal process of the organ system. So which organ system we are studying? We are studying the digestive system. And in digestive system, during the Holozoic nutrition you have studied that we are having 5 main steps, and these main 5 steps are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Now these 5 steps, what do you mean by ingestion? Taking food into the mouth. What do you mean by digestion? Breaking down of complex food material into simple food material. Absorption means the absorption of the broken nutrients by the villi present in small intestine, large intestine. Assimilation, mixing up of the nutrient into the blood and reaching to the cells for the energy production. And then your egestion, throwing out of the waste material from the body. This is all what the 5 steps which we are going to study in the physiology of the nutrition, in the physiology of the digestive system. So I am starting with the first step, that is ingestion. What is ingestion? Ingestion means taking food in mouth. It means taking food in mouth. We are taking food in mouth during the process of ingestion. Now what happens during ingestion, that we are going to know. Now first is that food taken inside the mouth. Food is taken inside the mouth. Now what is present in the mouth? Saliva is present. This food get mixed up with this saliva. This food is getting mixed up with this saliva in the mouth, and with the help of tongue and cheeks, tongue is there, cheek is there. Now with the help of these two parts, the food get mixed up with the saliva and they get converted into soft, round mass of food. They turn into soft round mass, and this soft round mass is called as bolus. This is important thing which you need to remember, that what is bolus? Bolus is a soft round mass of food which is formed inside the mouth when your food get mixed up with saliva and they are being masticated with the help of tongue and cheek. Now with the help of saliva and tongue and cheek, this food is being masticated. Now what is masticated? What is mastication? Mastication means to mash up. To mash up all the particles of the food with the help of tongue, cheek and teeth. They are being mashed up. They are being chewed, broken down, and then that chewed food get mixed up with saliva and they turn into a solid round ball-like structure, and that round ball-like structure is called as bolus. I hope this is clear to you that what is bolus. This is the first step during the ingestion. That during ingestion process, the food is taken inside the mouth. You eat chapati, you take rice, vegetables, whatever you are taking it. You take into the mouth and then you chew with the help of tongue, cheek and teeth. What is inside the mouth? Your tongue is there, cheeks are there and your teeth is there. With the help of this, you are chewing the food. Then your salivary gland gets activated and saliva is secreted. So with the food, during the chewing and mastication of food, the saliva get mixed up. and what happens, you can feel into the mouth that the pieces, the bites which you have taken into the mouth, now they have turned into a round ball like structure, and that round ball like structure, that soft mass, is called as bolus. So this is your first step, is that your bolus formation. Bolus formation takes place. This is your first step which takes place during ingestion in the mouth. Now what will happen in the ingestion, the second step? Now this bolus will be transferred, where this bolus will be transferred into the oesophagus. They will be transferred into oesophagus. Transfer, or they will be sent to the oesophagus. But how is this sent to the oesophagus? Now diagrammatically, if I explain you, now this was your mouth and this is your oesophagus. So this round food particle, this bolus, this is bolus. This bolus will be shifting into this oesophagus, and this is your oesophagus. So your food is being, bolus is being transferred into the oesophagus. And this oesophagus is a circular tube-like structure. It is a tube. I told you when I was discussing about the parts of the digestive system, alimentary canal. So this oesophagus is a tube, and this circular tube-like structure is made up of muscles. So these muscles are going to help this bolus to shift down through the oesophagus into the stomach. This is your stomach. So the destination of this bolus is stomach. This bolus has to be sent into the stomach, and in between mouth and stomach, oesophagus is present. So this oesophagus is the pathway through which, it is the way through which your bolus will reach to the stomach. But how it is going to pass this long tube-like structure and then reach stomach, that we need to know. That is necessary to know, that how this bolus will reach into the stomach. So what happens? This whole tube is made up of muscular circular structure. It is a muscular structure. So these muscles which are present here, they will be allowing the food material, the bolus, to pass through into the stomach. How we are going to understand? Now here I will be making only your oesophagus. Suppose this is your oesophagus, a tube-like structure. And from here, the mouth has entered, the bolus has entered here. Now this bolus will be transferred here. Now what happens? The muscular structure which is here behind, this muscular structure will contract. This muscular structure will contract in this way. And in front, the oesophagus will relax and the food will be pushed from behind in the forward direction. Then again a little later, when this food is being passed here, again what will happen? Now this portion of this will be getting relaxed and this portion will contract and the food from here will be shifted here. Again a little later, this will get relaxed and this portion will be squeezed and the food will be shifted here. So in this way, the food particles are constantly shifted and the muscular part of the oesophagus, they get contract and they get relaxed. What is this? This part is contraction and this part is relaxation. So always remember, the contraction and relaxation of the oesophagus, the muscles present in the oesophagus, allows the food to pass through the oesophagus into the stomach. Now what happens? This process of contraction and relaxation, due to which your food, the bolus, passes through the oesophagus, is called as peristalsis. I'll say that this bolus is transferred into the oesophagus. How? By contraction and relaxation of muscles present in oesophagus, in food pipe, in oesophagus. And what is this process called? This contraction relaxation process is called peristalsis. This is again one of the most important term in the ingestion physiology process. That what is peristalsis? Peristalsis is a phenomenon. It is a process during which contraction and relaxation of muscles present in oesophagus takes place, due to which the food, due to which the bolus shifts into the forward direction from backward move direction to the forward direction, from backward to the forward, through the mouth into the stomach. So in this way the food will be contracted from behind and food will be moving into the relaxed portion. Then again when the food will pass into the relaxed portion, again contraction from behind will be taken place, and then again the food will be moving in a forward direction. So similar, by the similar action, contraction and relaxation of the muscles, the food will pass through the oesophagus and will reach into the stomach. So this contraction and relaxation of the muscles present in oesophagus, this process is called as peristalsis. So here there were two important terms, that is your bolus and the second one was your peristalsis. So I hope this is clear to you that during ingestion process, food is taken into the mouth. Then with the help of saliva, with the help of tongue, teeth and cheek, the food is masticated. Then the masticated food turns into soft round mass, which is called as bolus. Now this bolus is transferred into oesophagus by the process of contraction and relaxation of muscles, and this is called as peristalsis. So this much was there about ingestion, which I was to say, and now I am going to the next process, next physiology, that is your digestion. Now moving to the second physiology, second process, which is your digestion. So what is digestion? Digestion means breaking off complex food into simple food. This is your digestion. What is digestion? Definition is that in this process all the complexity of the food is broken down into simple molecules, simple particles. This is your digestion. But how is this process complete? There are many different types of enzymes which are supporting them. So here I will be telling you that this complex food is being transferred, converted into simple food with the help of enzymes. So what are those enzymes? Those enzymes are, there are three types of enzymes. How? On the basis of components of food. There are three main components of food which are broken down: carbohydrate, proteins and fats. These are the main three type of component of food which are broken down inside the mouth, or it is digested into the stomach. Now ingestion we have finished. Ingestion was breaking down and converting the food into bolus. Then through peristalsis, food has passed through esophagus and it has reached into the stomach. So this is all what it is going on. So digestion starts from mouth onward. It doesn't start immediately into the stomach. It starts from the mouth, depending upon the type of enzymes present. If I talk about salivary enzyme, salivary amylase, saliva, ptyalin, it is present in the mouth. So carbohydrate breakdown will start from mouth. But when I talk about protein and fat, their enzymes are present in the stomach. So their breakdown will start into the stomach and will finish into the intestine, pancreas, liver and all whatever it is. There it will be playing role. But your digestion starts from mouth. Slowly, all the parts where which particle, which component is being digested, I will be explaining everything. But in today's session, I will be explaining that what are the things which are digested and what are the enzymes which are needed to break those things, those components of food. So here I am talking about your complex food and your simple food is broken into, complex food is broken into simple food. So I am talking about enzymes and which are the enzymes which are needed to break down carbohydrate. If I talk about the first enzyme, that is your amylolytic. Amylolytic. It is your amylolytic. Amylolytic enzyme. This helps in breaking carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is broken with the help of amylolytic enzyme. Now the next enzyme if I talk about, then it is your proteolytic enzyme. Proteolytic enzyme. And this is breaking protein. Protein is broken with the help of proteolytic enzyme. And if I talk about the third one, then it is your lipolytic. Lipolytic enzyme which breaks fat. Which break fat. So these are the three types of enzymes which are being broken down. That is your lipolytic enzyme, amylolytic enzyme and proteolytic enzyme. Amylolytic enzyme will break carbohydrate, proteolytic enzyme will break the proteins and lipolytic enzymes will break the fat. Now this enzyme will help the carbohydrate to finally convert into glucose. Carbohydrate is finally broken down into glucose. The complex food is carbohydrate. This is very important to understand. The complex food material is broken down into simple food material. So carbohydrate is a complex food material and the simple food material of carbohydrate is glucose. The complex food material is protein and the simple food material of protein is amino acid. Fat is a complex food material and when it is changed into simple, it is your fatty acid and glycerol. Some of them pronounce it as a glycerol also. So whatever you say, fatty acid and glycerol. So these are the complex. With purple color I have written this is complex. Carbohydrate, protein and fat. These are the complex food material. Glucose, amino acid, fatty acid. These are the simple food material. So carbohydrate with the help of amylolytic enzyme is changing into simple food material. Glucose. Protein with the help of proteolytic enzyme is changing into simple food material amino acid. Fat with the help of lipolytic enzyme is changing into simple food material, fatty acid and glycerol. But children, these steps, whatever I have said now, it is not very simple. It is not a one-step process that I am taking carbohydrate in the mouth and it is changing into glucose. Protein, amino acid. There are large number of steps, chemical reaction taking place in them, in between them. From carbohydrate to glucose, a large number of conversions are taking, a large number of chemical reactions are taking place. Then carbohydrate is changing into glucose. Proteins here changing into amino acid. It is not one step reaction. Here in between many chemical reactions are taking place and then protein is changing into amino acid, and same with the fat also. So in simple one step process, one step chemical reaction, these conversions are not taking place from the complex into the simple. It is a large number of chemical reaction, many chemical steps are taking place, after which these conversions are taking. Now in a very simple way, I will be in a small steps, I will be telling you all that how carbohydrate is changing into glucose. So I hope this your enzyme names and the conversions and the simple names. Now I am starting with carbohydrate. The first conversion of carbohydrate with the help of amylolytic enzyme. Now this carbohydrate will change first. There are three forms of carbohydrate. Now the first form is polysaccharide. Hope you remember these names. Polysaccharide. The second is your disaccharide. And your third one is your monosaccharide. These are the three forms. What is poly? Poly means many, di means two, mono means one. Poly means many, di means two, mono means one. Saccharide means sugar. So polysaccharide means a sugar molecule, carbohydrate made up of many sugar molecules. If I talk about disaccharide, made up of two sugar molecules. If I take about monosaccharide, a component which is made up of one sugar molecule. So this is your over here. This is one sugar molecule. This is the second sugar molecule. This is only one sugar molecule. So this is how your carbohydrates are in three different forms. So by the help of amylolytic enzyme, first in the mouth with the help of saliva, salivary amylase, this carbohydrate is broken down into polysaccharide. If I take the complex form of polysaccharide, then it is your starch. So starch is broken down. Rice is having starch. So your polysaccharide is broken down into starch. Then this starch is broken down into disaccharide by chewing, by saliva, and this disaccharide is your maltose. It is your maltose. And this maltose is broken down into monosaccharide, and this simple form of monosaccharide is glucose. So this is how this one your complex food and this is your simple food. So your carbohydrate is broken down from polysaccharide to disaccharide, from disaccharide to monosaccharide. It means that starch will be broken down into maltose and maltose will be broken down into glucose. In mouth, maltose formation takes place. Starch is broken down into maltose. But in the stomach, glucose formation takes place. The simple component of food, that is glucose, is produced in the stomach. These two steps are taking place in the mouth. So this was your conversion of carbohydrate into your starch into glucose, your polysaccharide into your monosaccharide. Now I will be telling you that how protein is broken down from protein to amino acid. second one, that is your protein. So this protein is broken down into proteoses. Proteoses is broken down into peptones. Peptones are broken down into peptides. And then they are broken down finally into amino acid. This is how your protein is broken down. Protein converts into proteoses, proteoses converts into peptones, into peptides, and finally amino acid. So this is your complex food material and this is your simple food material. Now if I talk about the third one, that is your fat. So fat is broken down, which is a complex food material, will be broken down into fatty acid plus glycerol with the help of lipolytic enzyme. Now this is all what I wanted to tell you all about the digestion. In my next videos, I will be explaining that how this digestion process is taking place. All these type of components of conversions of the components of food is taking place in mouth, stomach, intestine, all such parts, how they are playing role in the digestion. This was all from your ingestion and digestion. Hope it is clear to you all. Thank you.